Jonas Brothers record, Greetings from Your Hometown. So, Greetings from Your Hometown is the seventh studio album by American pop band Jonas Brothers. It was released on August 8th, 2025. This album marks their 20th anniversary as a band. So, Eric, your thoughts on the brand new Jonas Brothers record?
So I don't know much about the Jonas Brothers. I know that they're married to famous people and all that just through what my wife tells me. And I just always looked at them as like Disney kind of like pop artists that were kind of like, okay, I don't really care kind of thing. Um, but this album was definitely easy to listen to. It definitely got me. I thought it was going to be a bit more juvenile, but it was very more mature than what I thought it was actually going to be.
Right.
Which I thought was very surprising. I thought it was great, actually. To be honest,
Interesting.
I
Okay.
I actually didn't mind it. It was very catchy. Some of the tunes. The one problem I have is when artists, and I know you you know this about me, when artists take, like, I know hip hop's big on sampling music, which is a whole completely different story in my opinion,
Mm-hmm.
and I feel like that's different. But when you take a song and just I'm just gonna go right to it. Number 4, No Time to Talk. I
The
believe that's the
interpolation.
one.
Yep.
Yes, it sounds like the Bee Gees.
Yep. It's the Staying Alive, I believe.
Staying Alive. Now here's the caveat, because usually when a band does something like this, I don't like it. I think it's awful because I'm like,
Mm.
what's you're just ruining the song. Like Sweet Home Alabama is a perfectly good example of this with Kid
Kid Rock.
Rock's
Yeah.
Michigan song or whatever the hell it's called. And I know I've had arguments about people like with this, and I'm just like, no, I'm sorry. Just come up with your own goddamn, like, you have the lyrics, you have different lyrics,
Mm-hmm.
come up with your own goddamn melody line. Now, this one kind of fucks with me a bit though, Kev, because
Mm.
it was actually, I found, better than the actual Bee Gees song.
No, don't say that to me.
Yes.
Are you kidding?
Mm-hmm. I'm
You
gonna say it.
you
I'm saying it.
liked No
I'm
Time to
saying it.
Talk over Staying Alive.
Yes, I think if Staying Alive wrote the song the way that the Jonas Brothers did, it would have been way better than what it was.
This is blasphemy. Are you kidding me?
I'm not kidding you, no.
Do you hate
I'm
the Bee
actually
Gees? Is
serious.
this
I like the Bee Gees. I like the Bee Gees. I don't like their disc. Like, I know most of their stuff is disco,
uh-huh.
but like I just, I don't know. It's on the verge of becoming ABBA.
Oh my god. Okay, so I like the interpolation. No Time to Talk. I actually think it's the best song on the record. I do like what they did with that. Uh, I wouldn't go as far as saying it's better than Staying Alive by the Bee Gees, though. That's a
No,
classic.
100%.
That's a classic
100%.
song.
I'll fight anybody.
Oh god. But no, it's a very good interpolation. I like it. I think it's, for me, it's a highlight on the album. It's the one that stands out for me. The rest of the record, I'm like, it's like nice, but I don't know. I didn't really get much of a. I didn't get much feelings or a story or sort of any sort of connection with any other songs, especially like the title track, "Greetings from Your Hometown," which is which features Switchfoot on it, which I'm like, I didn't know Switchfoot was still a band. But like,
Mhm.
that song was like, this is like so boring. I don't know why you named your record like after this song. Like,
See, I actually like that song, and I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna
okay,
tell you why. I'm
okay.
just gonna grab another beer here. Hang on. I actually like that song because I felt like I could relate a little bit to it, just
Oh,
because
okay.
it was kind of like you move on, like where you grew up, and like all your friends and stuff that you hung around,
Mm,
all the places that you used to frequently go, and then you kind of grow up, you get a job somewhere, and then you move out of your
mm,
hometown.
Right.
which was pretty much me.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
So I kind of felt like a little bit of like it was kind of a bit, wouldn't say personal. I'm not gonna like cry over it, but um
Relatable.
but it was very relatable
Mm,
to me. So it's kind of just like when you get home, it's kind of like things have changed
right.
because you haven't been there for years, but like little things are still the same, right? And
Yeah.
you still miss it and you still hold it in your heart,
Mm-hmm.
kind of thing. So I actually quite like that song.
Mm. Oh
But
yeah, I get that. I get
yeah.
that. That makes sense. That makes sense. Um,
Now
I don't know why
I
Switchfoot was a feature though.
I don't know. I actually didn't even notice until
Because
until I
Switchfoot, for those of you who
Mhm.
don't know who Switchfoot are, they're the ones that wrote Ocean Avenue, that one
Yes.
big,
Yeah.
I wouldn't say ska, but it was like a punk pop type of song that was popular in the, what do you say, like early 2000s, probably around there.
Yeah. Hmm.
And Switchfoot, I think they were famous for Violin, if I'm not mistaken, which also doesn't
Yes.
feature on this. So
Which is why when I actually listened to this album, I thought it was just pure Jonas Brothers, and then when I
yeah.
actually was listening, like looking at the title tracks, I was like, oh, Switchfoot's on this. I was like, what?
Yeah, it's
I didn't even notice.
yeah,
So,
that was weird.
um, the other problem I had with it, like I thought the song sounded pretty good lyrically. Some of them were good, but uh, I felt like there was no flow with the album.
Yep.
And I did not like the last song. I felt like it was a little bit out of place.
Ooh, okay. We could have an argument on this one also, because Slow Motion featuring Marshmello, I thought was one of the stronger songs on this record. Just because
Interesting.
in my mind, when I listened to this, I was like, "Oh, this is the signature Jonas Brothers sound," because it's like a club hit, right? I've
Mm.
always pictured Jonas Brothers as like a pop
Pop
chart
tart.
a chart topper
Bunch of
band.
Pop Tarts.
Yeah, Pop Tarts. A chart topping band. So like they definitely have to have like those
Mm.
dance pop hits in them. Which Marshmallow is a DJ, so obviously that element's in there. But I was like, oh, Slow Motion. Okay, this is like what I expect from the Jonas Brothers. It's honestly not till I got to that song, I was like, okay, this could have been just any band, really. Like if I
Mhm.
listen, I would not be able to tell you this is Jonas Brothers until that last song. And it's like, oh, this is actually closer to what I think Jonas Brothers are.
So you felt these guys are more of like that pop clubby
Yes. Yeah,
thing.
yeah,
See, I went in thinking that the Jonas Brothers were like a Harry Styles. And
yeah.
then it's like there is a similar sound
Yes.
to to that. So I was like, "Oh, okay." You know?
Yeah, but for me,
But
like I was listening to it from the beginning, and I was like, this could have been just copy and paste any band, and this could have been anyone for me.
mhm. And that's where like I quite enjoyed. I think I was more surprised of what I was expecting with the Jonas
Mm.
Brothers. So it kind of was like, oh, they surpassed my expectations. But I do agree. I think most of these songs, like you can fit a band in here and be like, okay, this is that band's album,
Yeah, yeah.
kind of thing.
Yeah, so from that perspective, I thought it was a bit generic for the most part. I do agree with you. The track listing, there was no connection. It was sort of disjointed in terms of like how these songs were presented from beginning to end. But other than that, I thought it sounded good. And there were certain parts I was like, okay, that's a nice melody, nice song. But it never really gave me a wow factor except for the No Time to Talk, which is that Bee Gees interpolation song.
Mhm.
And then I did also like Slow Motion with Marshmallow. So
I do agree with you. I do think No Time to Talk is the best song on the album
yeah, yeah. But also
and
like
better than the Bee Gees.
that's a crazy statement. But anyways, but also like a lot of this disjointedness does come from like the album being written by multiple people, multiple producers.
Mhm.
Like it's still a sort of a factory output, right? Like
And
I
that's what pop music is,
yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah, yeah. But
So,
I think Nick Jonas. So Nick Jonas is the quote unquote talented one. I believe he is on. He's like the main writer on all these songs. And then Joe Jonas is the adopted one because he doesn't look like his brothers. I think he's on like two of them in terms of writing, two or
mhm.
three. And then the useless one, Kevin Jonas, is like nowhere to be seen.
I like how he's a part of the family, though.
Yeah.
Actually,
I had to look it up because I was like, okay, so what did these three brothers like actually contribute? And like Kevin
Mhm,
Jonas did not contribute anything to this album. And on top of that, the only thing he does is backup vocals and rhythm guitar.
mhm.
He doesn't do anything. Like Joe Jonas and Nick Jonas do lead vocals, and then lead guitar and sometimes keyboards. Kevin Jonas doesn't. He does backup vocals. So
Mhm.
I don't know why he's in the band.
Hey, you gotta have the trio, right?
But anyways, let's do final thoughts and ratings. Eric, what are you gonna give this one?
I mean, I didn't hate it. I thought I was gonna hate this album. I thought I was gonna like just hate my life, especially that we listened to it an extra week. But it wasn't bad. So I'm gonna give it a 6.5 out of 10.
Okay, that's not bad. 6.5
Mhm,
for Jonas Brothers record. Yeah, I'm sort of in the same ballpark, but I'm gonna give it a 5, just like straight down the middle. I thought it was like
mhm.
it's good, but it wasn't like anything special. I wonder if like I'm not gonna do this, but I wonder if past Jonas Brother records are like better. I would assume they have more pop hits, more catchy melodies and stuff than this record.
Yes.
Um, but yeah, this record like it really didn't do it for me. I thought they were nice, but outside of that, whatever. So I'll give it a
Yeah.
5. All right, perfect. So that was our discussion on Greetings from Your Hometown by Jonas Brothers. For those of you that are following along with us every single week, the album that we are going to be discussing is the brand new Sabrina Carpenter album, Man's Best Friend. Lots of controversy over this record, which I feel like is Sabrina Carpenter's MO at this point.
Mhm.
But yeah, we're gonna be revisiting Sabrina Carpenter. Maybe I'll change my mind in terms of how I view her as an artist, but we shall see. But yeah, that's it for this week. Another the Crossroads Music Podcast in the bag. Catch us here at twitch.tv/ the Crossroads Music Podcast at 10 p.m. ET, 7 p.m. ET. Um, Catch us on Spotify, Apple Music, all the places where you get your podcasts. And that's it for us for another week. We'll be back here next Monday again. We're talking about more music and stuff.
Yeah, we're gonna be more on a consistent schedule this time
Yeah.
because the summer's over.
Yeah. No more
Everyone's
summer.
back at school
Yeah.
tomorrow, so
That's
you
true.
get to listen to our shenanigans.
Yeah. Our ramblings of mad people just having wild takes on things. All right. Perfect. Thanks everyone for tuning in, and we will catch you all next time.